In this video, we will solve linear formulas for a given variable. So solving formulas is much like solving general linear equations. The only difference is we will have several variables in the problem and we will be attempting to solve for one specific variable. Say for example, we're given this formula h equals vt minus 16t squared. And we're interested in solving for the variable v. So this means that we want to isolate the v, so the equation has v on one side and everything else on the other. So let's solve this. Alright, so we need to isolate the variable v on one side and then put the rest of the variables and terms on the other side. So let's do that. So we have h equals vt minus 16t squared. The first thing we do is we isolate this one, vt. So we need to get rid of the negative 16t squared here. So we just have to add 16t squared to both sides. Okay. This would eliminate that one, that term, and then we're left with h, let me change that to yellow, h plus 16t squared equals vt. Now we're only interested in the variable v. Now to solve for v, so that there's only one variable on one side, which is v, we divide both sides by t. Okay, to get rid of the t here. And then we will have h plus 16t squared over t equals v. Or simply, v is just equal to h plus 16t squared over t. Now this is our second equation. This second equation gives this the same information as the first one. They are just algebraically equivalent. The first equation is solved for h, while the second equation is solved for the variable v. Take note that when solving formulas for a variable, we need to focus on the one variable we are trying to solve for. All the others are treated just like numbers. Let's try another one. Now let's say we're given this formula, 1 over a plus b equals c over a, and we are asked to solve for a. Now take a look at the original formula. We have a on both sides, and we are asked to solve for a. Now what we're going to do is we group all of the terms with a in it, and then isolate the other term. So the other term here is b. So we isolate that, we put that in one side, and then put all of the terms together in another side. So we can subtract b from both sides to get rid of the b here on the left. Then we're left with 1 over a equals c over a minus b. And then we subtract c over a from both sides. All right, to get rid of the c over a here on the right. Then we have 1 over a minus c over a equals negative b. Now we can solve this. All right. Say have the same denominators, so we can just get a, this one, as our common denominator, and then we just simply subtract the numerators, which is 1 and c. 1 minus c equals negative b. Now we are asked to solve for a. So we need to get rid of the a that is on the left. So we just multiply both sides by a. right? This cancels out. So then we have 1 minus c equals negative a over b. And then we divide both sides by b, or negative b. We get rid of the negative b here. Then we have 1 minus c over negative b equals a. So that is now the value for a. We just have to simplify that, or you can write that as the negative of 1 minus c over b equals a, or negative 1 plus c over b equals a, or just simply let me delete this. A is equal to c minus 1 over b. Now this is our second formula or equation. Now let's solve another one. Let's say we're given this equation, 3x plus 2y equals 7, and then we solve for x. Okay, so we isolate all of the terms that don't have x in it. So we subtract 2y from both sides. Then we have 3x equals 7 minus 2y. And then to solve for x, we divide both sides by 3. Then we have x equals 7 minus 2y over 3. So this is now this equation in terms of x. How about this one? We're given this formula p equals v sub 1 times v sub 2 minus v sub 1 over g, and then we're asked to solve for v sub 2. Alright, so we need to simplify this first. We distribute v sub 1 to the expression inside the parentheses. This would become p equals v1 v2, because v1 times v2, and then minus v1 times v1, so that is v1 squared over g. And then we multiply both sides by g, and we have pg equals v1 v sub 2 minus v sub 1 squared. Take note, we're interested in v sub 2, so we need to get rid of v1 squared on the right. So we add v1 squared to both sides to get rid of this. Then we're left with, let me delete this. We're left with pg plus v sub 1 squared equals v1 v2. And then to finally solve for v sub 2, we divide both sides by v1. So v1 over v1, then get rid of v1 here. Then we have pg plus v sub 1 squared over v sub 1 equals v sub 2. Or we can write v sub 2 on the left. So v sub 2 is just equal to pg plus v sub 1 squared over v sub 1. So this is now our second equation for variable v sub 2, or term v sub 2.